Hey guys, it's Drac and I've got a really cool video today. Now, this is what it's about. It's about a stock Recon. Now, there's something very special about this Recon. Not that it's a Sonic Series Recon, but because I paid retail for a Recon. Now, at first glance, that would seem really strange, dropping about $20 on a Recon, because I don't even like Recons. But this is a special occasion because I've just recently gotten this in from the Orange ModWorks guys, and you can see that this is an acrylic plunger tube and assembly and bolt sled. It comes complete with the Orange ModWorks 6 kilogram spring, a stage 1 kit with catch, backplate, and catch springs along with stickers, and Orange ModWorks recently packaged silicone grease in a tube. I liked the little capsules they were doing, and I'm hoping that this is similar. I can test it right now to kind of see, and it's very different. I hope it's just as good. It's orange too. I wonder if that was by design. But I will be installing this in my Sonic Series Recon. I figured as long as I was going to pay retail for a Recon, I might as well get one that was clear, and since you can't buy a clear Series Recon just off the shelf, and I've already got the metal kits, the kits that I got before in my clear Recon, I bought a Sonic Series one, so this should still look very cool, and I guess I've got all the accessories now too. So without further ado, I'm going to unbox this and start breaking it down and show you how to install the entirety of this kit. It should be as simple as taking the parts out and putting these parts in. Alright guys, so I have not fired this Recon once. All I've done is come through and unscrew all the screws. The only tool I've used so far is a simple Phillips head screwdriver. As you know, the thicker screws go in the back and they house this, which is the plunger housing for when it's primed. And then I pulled this back slightly to undo these, and I think that that's everything if my memory serves me. So I'm going to, and indeed it just filleted open. As always with the Orange ModWorks kits, you want to remove these locks. They serve no purpose and they're terrible. I think that this is the priming lock and this is the trigger lock. One of them's the clip lock. This one also has to go. I'm going to remove the trigger. And that's the other lock. Those are both garbage. You can get rid of them. The springs aren't even really good for anything. I guess I'll set the trigger aside real quick. Now, as for the internals, let me remove the clip. Probably should have done that a moment ago. Alright, clip is gone. And you can see here that these are the internals. We have a replacement for both springs, we have a replacement for the catch, and we have a replacement for the entire plunger assembly. Which means I don't have to worry about any of these parts. I don't have to drill out an air restrictor. I think the only part I'm going to need for this entire mod is my screwdriver and maybe some craft foam, because even though this is very durable acrylic that looks like, I can't tell if it's been reinforced or not, but it's very tough, I still want to put some craft foam in there, which will not only make it last longer than it would normally, but it'll also make it a little bit quieter. So I'm going to unpackage all these parts and install them, because it really is as simple as taking it apart and dropping it back in, leaving the clip mechanism intact and then putting back in the trigger. And with that, I'm going to show you that clip next. Alright, so you guys can see here that this black craft foam in the back is my padding. I actually did one layer of craft foam and one layer of felt. Hopefully that dampens the sound and the mechanical force. It should be pretty interesting. I've already gone through with the silicone grease that Orange ModWorks provides and put that on just about every moving part, including the catch and my original orange trigger. I've also laid in the silver piece here that is the back reinforcement for the plunger tube housing. And next I'm going to grease the running rails and lay it into the blaster, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's finished. Since it's a transparent plastic, you should be able to see everything just fine. Hey guys, I have completed the Orange ModWorks Recon and it is awesome. I love that I chose the Sonic Series to put that orange translucent acrylic in, because everything is so clear that it's almost hard to tell that there are any internals in it at all. It almost looks like a floating spring that launches the darts. I thought that that was very cool. I put the accessories on it because I'm tactical like that. You can see in the well there that I've chambered one dart already, so I'm going to fire that. And when I fire this, it's hard to believe that it's a reverse plunger gun. It's that powerful. It's getting ranges that are equivalent to the metal bolt sled and plunger assembly. And they might even be better because the acrylic is a lighter weight material and the spring, it's the same spring, can move it a little faster. I've thrown 2 stock streamlines into this clip. And when I fire it, I think I'm hitting 80 feet with a little bit of an angle, probably 90. The performance is just remarkable. There's one other thing I wanted to talk about. Because the plunger tube in this Recon is an entirely consistent inner diameter, there's something else you can do. After you prime the blaster, to get better ranges out of it, you can, here, let me remove my clip. You can shoot it almost like a singled Recon, like the Casual I made forever ago. But if you barrel load the dart and then come in with some sort of ramrod, I'm going to use a screwdriver, you can push it incredibly far back into the plunger tube, and this is one of my hot glue tip streamlines, so it's got more weight. You can see, because everything's clear in my blaster, how much farther back it's gone. Typically it's housed around up here, but now it's back here. I've given it an extra 2.5 inches or so of travel length within the plunger tube, and because of that, it hits ranges that are incredible. If I did this with a Stefan, I'm sure I could break 100 feet. It's that cool. The consistent inner barrel length is possible because there's no air restrictor in this plunger to begin with, and because of that, when I fire, it's remarkably accurate because it's a hot glue tip streamline, but the distance it travels is ludicrous. It's very, very cool. I'm really pleased with how this kit works and how the mod turned out. I didn't have to do any Teflon tape. All you really need to install one of these Massacre kits, since they give you everything, is one Phillips head screwdriver. It's that simple. It's as simple as taking apart your blaster, removing this junk, and then drag and dropping the parts into where the original ones were. Now I've got these leftover Recon internals that I can use for personal projects or to make ballistic knives or really whatever I want. This is a very cool mod, and I'm really, really happy with it. The Orange ModWorks Massacre kits are available for pre-order, and you should definitely check out their web store, pre-order some of their kits. They've got some Black Friday deals coming up that are going to be fantastic, and they'll be running Black Friday banners during Black Friday and then after it and up to it. So you might want to check every day. I know they're going to do a different deal every day from Black Friday on, and you really want to look at those because they're going to be cool. Again, the link to their store is tinyurl.com/orangemodworks. That'll be here in an annotation, as well as down in the description box below where you can click on the hyperlink to take you directly there. Again, I love these Massacre kits. I think that they're really solid and very cool, and I can't wait to battle test it in HVZ. I'll give one of my army members this and let them go to town on some zombies. Thanks for watching, guys.